South Carolina. As we'll see a team from the Pac-12, the California Golden Bears, taking on last year's national champion, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Clemson will kick off to get us underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Golden Bears offense will go to work first. This is a big-time quarterback that we're going to be seeing today, but getting the job done against a defense like this, what words of wisdom do you have for him, Jesse?
Well, I think you've got to prepare like you've never prepared before. And that's one thing he told us. He spent extra time in the film room. He spent extra time on the field after practice all week because I think he understands the challenge that lies ahead of him. He knows this is easily the best defense that they face this year. So we're going to put his skills to the test in this one.
They're going to make it hard, right? There's not going to be any layups. Like most of the time, you know, he's had his way. He's feasted on so many defenses. They're going to make you earn it. They're going to make you go the length of the field. They're going to see if you can be patient. They're going to see how you respond to adversity. So some challenges coming his way for sure.
This offense is going to challenge the defense with their assignment football in the option game, and they're doing it here early in the first quarter. Great job by the quarterback, making all of his reads. Nobody accounting for the pitch guys, so you flip it out to him. And a nice game offensively here. And this is something the defense now is going to have to contend with for the rest of the game, trying to stop this option attack.
To the ground to try to pick up the first. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. The Golden Bears will send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Hauls it in, looking for space. He's got great speed. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Quick release by the QB. Tried to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
Looking to throw, it's Murphy. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark. When a defense is in zone coverage, Jesse, they want to react. How do you react to a howitzer coming out like that one?
Not much you can do because this guy's got a cannon. You saw all the eyeballs on defense on that play. They were waiting and anticipating that throw, but when you've got an arm like that, it's going to be tough to stop that curl route.
The Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Makes the catch. It's Moore. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. Now we'll hang on here. The coach is calling a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. The Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. Sends it back in motion. To the air on first down. Got it behind the line. It's Hardy. And they do a really good job. Not as easy as it looks to get those blocks. picks up the first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
And the Tigers are moving quickly down the field. Running back searching for a hole. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with second and short.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Looking for room. It's Davidson. They make the tackle at the 22. Will give him 5 yards on the play. It'll be enough for a first down. The Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. To throw, it's Murphy. Fires to the tight end. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Getting ready for the extra point after the first to score the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So an 82-yard drive there. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Here comes the option. They shut him down immediately. They tried to pop the fullback loose and no running room there. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. The give on the option. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Got his man on the right. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Gonna run it. It's Wiley. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the Golden Bears trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. The give to the back. Hard running there. There he goes. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way. And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Neutral zone defense.
So the offense accepts the penalty, and they'll get a little farther away from their own end zone. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Motion from the wide receiver. Quick pass on the jet motion. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play.
And the offense, they don't choose to go downhill, be physical. They try to get it on the perimeter. Stay away from some of those defensive linemen, but you could tell DBs, linebackers, not scared. Nice job. Playing fast, trusting their eyes, and forcing a 3rd down.
Keeping it on the ground on 3rd and goal. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
Yeah, and I tell you what, I love the run game down here. I love being able to give it to a back and be able to trust him. Listen, he didn't have any touchdowns on the season, so I know he's wanting to punch one in. And down here, giving me the opportunity. Let me prove myself, so I love the big fella getting the football.
It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. We've reached the break. Clemson has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
We're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that 1st down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
2nd down coming up. Quick release on the RPO. He goes out of bounds, couple of yards short of the 20. They'll mark it at the 18.
Great job by the defense here rallying to this wide receiver and making the tackle. He is dangerous. They don't want to let this receiver get behind them, but they know that when he makes catches, they better rally quickly to get this guy on the ground. He is fast.
He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing 1st downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing 1st downs together like this.
He's got it along the sideline. He's out of bounds after a big pickup, but there's a flag on the field, and this might be coming back. There are penalties you sort of forget about and others that sort of stick with you for a while. You get a play like that wiped out, that one's going to linger. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. Wants to keep it in the air. Blasted as he lets it go. And he broke 1 tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. He sends 2 wideouts right, 2 to the left on 2nd and 9. To the air, it's Murphy. Fires left. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for 1 play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his 1st incompletion of the game.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. A strike downfield. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it. And
the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
What a great play by the defensive tackle. Look, sacks aren't just for very athletic, long defensive ends. These D tackles, man, they use their strength. They push linemen back in the pocket, collapse it, and come away with the sack.
Shoots it to the left. That's reeled in. It's Barney. Brought down at the 28. A chunk play. 15 yards on that one, and a first down. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the catch. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one.
Well, it's a great job by the receiver fighting back across the DB there to get to the inside, locate the ball, and catch the slant.
He leaves it with his back. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the guy. Man, this guy is an elite tight end. This guy is a dude. He keeps making plays like this. We're going to start comparing him to Brock Bowers and Kyle Pitts. The run after the catch, the big body, the athletic ability. He has it all.
And they tacked on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Rodgers. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Man, this defense is dominating all game long. They have been making this quarterback's life so difficult with their pass rush. They bring him down there for the sack. They're not giving anything up. They're leading this game by a lot. We're only in the second quarter, and this ain't going to change unless this offense can find a rhythm.
And the defense was locked in. You could tell they saw it. They reacted right away. Got the running back on the ground immediately.
Makes his way out to the 20 before he stopped, and that'll bring up a fourth down. The Golden Bears line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Cradles it at the 35. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
He dialed up a beauty on that last one. It got him inside the red zone. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 16. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Back to pass, it's Murphy. Grabbed in the middle, it's Moore. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Lets it fly. Can't make the grab, and this offense, which has been brilliant this season on 3rd down, doesn't convert this time.
You know, timing is so important in the RPO game, especially on 3rd down. Quarterback and receiver just didn't have it there, and now it's 4th down.
Looking for a push on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on 4th and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that 4th down play.
Now on the move. Didn't get a whole lot of room to run. He picked up 1 or 2. They'll go to work on second down after doing damage on the ground. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Let's see what they've got on second down. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
I'll tell you, honestly, I don't know what that player could have done to hold on to that football. That defender absolutely popped him. He knocked him into next week. There was no chance he was holding on to that ball.
Touchdown, Tigers! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. From the gun, the running back has it. Never underestimate. Power of moving forward and creating breathing room. He's up to the 17. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Quarterback on the keeper. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time. Offensively, the defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And the Golden Bears will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He gets a block. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Scanning the field, it's Murphy. Going over the top. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's one way to make a stop. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Hold on.
So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. The Golden Bears are backed up. They can feel the shadow of their own goalpost and trying to create some room. Out of the gun to give to the back. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes 2nd down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it. Still in a great position. Ready to stay ahead of the chains.
And the Golden Bears in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Turns it loose deep. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
I think sometimes as a quarterback, when your offense is struggling, you don't have any points up on the board yet here at the end of the first half. You're just trying to take a shot to see if your guy can make a play. And that time, he thought he had the matchup he wanted, but he has just not been able to ever find a rhythm. And this defense is making it really hard on him, forcing that one to fall incomplete.
The defense calls the timeout. They're 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. The Golden Bears decide to punt it away. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking downfield, it's Murphy. Bringing the heat. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half. The Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. A shot toward the end zone. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work so far in Death Valley, and welcome into the halftime report.
And the Golden Bears will kick it away to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Davidson. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. Snags it quickly on the left. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that one.
Quickly to the tight end. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The inside handoff. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Almost got it to midfield on that one. He's out of bounds, a yard short at the 49. This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. Sure hands, it's Barney. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm. This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
Well, that guy is so quick coming out of his stance. Did you see how fast he got to the ball carrier to get that tackle for loss? Wow.
Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Dropping back, it's Murphy. It's complete to the left. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Gets the back moving. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Caught in the backfield, it's Hardy. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson. The old saying is pick your poison. Both of them are lethal when you deal with this guy. He fits that Clemson quarterback mold.
That's what stinks. So, yeah, I got to come up and worry about his legs and make sure I bring a safety down to be aggressive in stopping this Clemson running attack, and then he throws it over my head. So tough to defend when you get all the speed, the running game going, the tempo, and then a quarterback that can run and throw. Good luck.
Here's the give off the left side. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays to the passing game.
He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run. Backing up on the first 2 plays, now to try to throw it in drive on 3rd down. Off the play fake. He's going to throw deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Golden Bears will bring the punt team onto the field. Slips through the line. Looking for running room. He'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays. You better change your looks up and try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
This defense obviously came into this game prepared for the quarterback run. Linebackers, DBs, they're keying on him and just waiting for him to pull that football, and you saw their ability to get hats to the ball quickly.
To the air, it's Murphy. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. Smashes in between the uprights. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
Now the toss. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24. They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th, and they can't move the chains. He'll pull it down. He gets it out to the 28-yard line. Not enough to pick up the first down. And the Golden Bears send out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. To the air, it's Murphy. Got him downfield. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the third quarter stats will show you. Final stand to the game, and we'll start with the first down. Looking for a gap, it's Hardy. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. The Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
And you want to dominate the football game like these guys have all day. Dominate the line of scrimmage. You know, turn and hand the ball off to your running back. It's a good recipe. It makes every quarterback better. It makes every OC better. Just turn, hand the football off, especially when you're winning the ball game.
To the ground. He's got it again. And it looks as if he'll pick up maybe a couple.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Here they come on 3rd down, and the defense has had no answer so far. Dropping back, it's Murphy. They're working that left side. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Back to pass. The screen, he can go. Touchdown, Clemson. And they take it in for 6 more points. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. LSU is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in Death Valley for some time. They're up by 24 over Tulane. He'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. On the option. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. This has been a dominant performance by the Clemson defense. They have kept the offense in reverse all day. The great defensive legends would be proud.
Oh, they would be stoked. I mean, just to have a complete performance. The defensive line shutting down the run, making sure. Get any kind of run game going in the secondary, being locked down, linebackers flying around. It's been a complete performance, and it's been complete domination.
Leaves it with the running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it, but the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Looking for a man. It's Vance. Going to try to pop one on the screen. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The Golden Bears will line up to punt it away. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. He only needs a sliver of daylight. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense starts this drive in the shadow of its own end zone. The give on the inside. Squeezes ahead for a couple. They'll get it out to the 9.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Red pass, it's complete. He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line. And the Tigers just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. They'll run it to keep the clock moving.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Delay of game. Offense.
The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Split backs here. Motion from the back. Wants to fire on second down. Trying to make magic with his feet. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. The Tigers are flying down the field. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. He'll pull it on the read. Turning it on! He's showing it all. The juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line. Here comes Clemson with another first down. Give to the back. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He'll do it himself. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.